Let's look at some of the tools that can be used under the Lean concept for the industry, starting with the daily hurdle meeting. Now, the main purpose of these daily hurdle meetings is to align the team in terms of the issues to be addressed for the day, order or priorities of the activities to be done for that day among the the many teams, and in a way it's like a toolbox meeting. Okay, yeah, and another benefit is to give all the team members a platform to voice their concern to the management or supervisors, or to escalate the issues on the ground before they become critical. The daily hurdle meeting is not meant to be a long-lasting meeting. Okay, typically say less than 20 minutes is supposed to be over. Another tool that could be used that is quite suitable, okay, when you are looking at trying to organize a workspace, okay, is to use the 5S concept. So the 5S, okay, stands for sort, straighten, shine, standardize, and sustain. Okay, so it describes how to organize the workspace for maximum efficiency. Another tool is the first run studies. It forms parts of the continuous improvement effort lah. Okay. So the first run studies are used to redesign critical assignments and streamlining the different functions involved. The first run of any operation is examined in detail, bringing in ideas and suggestions to how to further explore other ways of doing or streamlining the actual work. These studies are commonly created in a form of video formats, graphics, photos to illustrate the work instruction. Under certain situations, we can also consider using visualization management, or sometimes in short we call it the visual management. And it is an information communication technique employed to increase clarity to any processes through the use of visualization. Another possible tool is the fail-safe for quality. Fail-safe for quality applies error proofing in both quality and safety. Error proofing for quality can be done through standardization of practices. The Japanese created a tool called Kanban, which means a pull system, which is a part of lean management. So Kanban is a Japanese word which means billboard or signboard. Kanban is a method for delivering products or services with an emphasis on continual delivery. Kanban is based on 3 basic principles: visualizing what you do today, limiting the amount of work in progress, and enhancing flow. The 5 whys system is also another way to make the workflow more effective. It is a management tool for problem solving that strives to determine the root cause of a problem by asking 5 whys. That means ask why 5 times. So it stipulates that workers should be asking why 5 times repeatedly until they identify the underlying root or nature of the issue. And once they have identified the root cause, the solution becomes more clear, and that removes the root cause and it can prevent its reoccurrence. Under certain situations, we can also apply the FIFO, which is in short referring to first in and first out. It is an approach for handling work requests in order of flow from first to last. Just-in-time concept is also another lean tool that can be used for certain situations. It is a technique or production system in which materials or components are delivered just as they are required in order to minimize inventory and storage constraint, which basically will translate into a waste. Just in time is related to the pull concept in production. Work standardization is a living documentation of best practices, which forms the baseline for Kanzen or continuous improvement, another Japanese concept. As the standard is improved, the new standard becomes the new baseline for further improvement, and so on, thereby making it a never-ending process towards improving the process or the workflow. Another tool is the Statistical Process Control or SPC. This is a quality control tool that monitors and controls progress in order to ensure that system output variables operate to its full potential through periodic measurement. It uses control charts to gather and analyze data and helps you to determine if the process is out of control. Work structuring is the most fundamental level of process design, which strives to develop a project's process design while trying to align engineering, design, supply chain, resource allocation, and assembly efforts. Pareto analysis. This is a bar graph that is used for analyzing data about the frequency of causes or problems in processes. It uses the Pareto principle, which is also known as the 80-20 rule. This principle states that 20% of the work can generate 80% of the benefits of doing the entire job. It utilizes this idea to visually depict which situations are more important. Another tool is Poka-yoke. This is a mechanism designed to detect, prevent, correct, or draw attention to human errors in processes with the aim of achieving zero defects. Sometimes we also use the tool called continuous flow. This means to constantly provide, process, produce through a progressive system of uninterrupted steps. In an ideal production system, the aim is to achieve one-piece flow, in which each product moves along the value stream independently until it is completed. We can also apply the Six Sigma concept to the construction industry, and that actually is a set of tools and techniques for improving quality and striving for perfection through identification and removal of defects and reduction of variability in the various processes. Bottleneck analysis can also be used under certain situations. Bottleneck analysis determine the throughput of the supply chain, and bottleneck analysis identify constraints or the part of the process that put in a limitation on the overall productivity in order to improve the performance of that part. Kaizen in Japanese means change for better, and it is Japanese business philosophy for continuous improvement through all aspects. More specifically, it focused on applying small daily changes that result in major improvement over time. The PDCA, or Plan, Do, Check, Act, is also another suitable tool to use in the industry under certain situations. It is an iterative approach for continuous improvement in the implementation. It involves planning, to set out a plan and expect results, do, to execute the plan, check, to verify the anticipated result achieved, and then act, which is to evaluate and do it again. Muda walk. Muda is a Japanese word meaning waste. Muda walk is a technique used to identify waste through actual observation of operations, how work processes are conducted, and noting areas where improvements are needed. Sometimes we can also use the root cause analysis. This is a problem-solving technique that focuses on discovering and resolving the real problems instead of quick fix application that only solve problem symptoms. Check sheets are also known as defect concentration diagram. This is a structured form prepared for collecting and analyzing data. It is a generic tool adapted for a variety of purposes, including the observation and collection of data on the frequency of patterns of problems, events, defects, causes. Line balancing. This involves leveling of workload across all processes to a value stream to remove excess capacity and bottlenecks. Location-based management system applies this concept, and we'll be talking in detail about location-based management system as part of the Lean tool. The last planner. The last planner is a person or group of persons with the task to control production unit. They are responsible, necessitating control of workflow, verify the supply stream, design and installation in all production units. We will also be talking about the last planner system in detail in one of the slides later. Value stream mapping. It is a technique for visually analyzing, documenting, and improving the flow of a process in a way that highlights improvement opportunities. Team preparation. This is a process of conducting training on waste, continuous flow, and standardized work for the Lean team or employees. There is a Lean tool called the Construction Process Analysis or CPA. This tool utilizes process charts and top-view flow charts common among process analysis methods. These diagrams and charts depend on standardized symbols and effectively describe process flow and enable a quick determination of areas where the problems exist in the process. The chart comprises of 6 symbols: operation, storage, transportation, volume inspection, delay, and quality inspection. The process diagram records every progression or step of a construction operation. Furthermore, it records flow within units, sections, and departments. Sometimes we can also use the failure mode and effects analysis. This is a step-by-step approach for identifying potential failure in a product or service, design, and manufacturing, etc. The failures are further ranked to determine the seriousness of their consequence in order to take actions to eliminate them, starting with the highest ranked ones.